Hello everyone and welcome to today's video. Today's video is going to be 10 things I wish I knew before I became a model. If you like what you see, please like, comment, and subscribe, share the video, and let's get to the video. Now, the first one that I want to touch base on is to know yourself and know who your audience is. And when I mean know yourself, know what it is you want to model. Know what it is you want to do with your career and what it is you want to do with your platform and how you can branch off and do that. Know yourself in a way and how you want to be perceived. Know yourself in a way to know what gigs to take and what gigs not to take. Know what it is you want to sell and what it is you want to model. And an experience for me is that when I was younger, I started modeling when I was 16. I started as a plus size model. I was around like 180 pounds, 170, 180 when I started. And I had an idea in my head that I wanted to be high fashion, high fashion. At that moment, people were like, high fashion, you're too fat to be high fashion. And I didn't allow that to dictate what it is I wanted to do. So I lost the weight, boom. I started, going out. I started going out into the industry and started, not booking, but I started going out and applying for these editorial and high fashion things. And there was a point I was doing it. It was great, beautiful, but because I had lost the weight in an unhealthy way, I had loose skin. And I couldn't do, lingerie like I wanted to. I wanted to do like high fashion, but mix it in with like lingerie and just like, because how like there's some high fashion lingerie things, and I wanted to do that, but because I lost the weight in an unhealthy way and I lost it very rapidly, my skin elasticity couldn't keep up with the weight loss, so I just had loose skin. Even though I was skinny, I had loose skin, so I couldn't do the high fashion or the lingerie because I needed like something to hold my stomach in because it was loose. And when I was going to treatments to tighten my skin and going to and speaking about these things that I was doing to get me there. Also, this is a free tip, never tell people who don't even believe in you or even see things for their own eyes, for their own dreams or aspirations. Never tell them what you're doing with your life because they're going to try and tell you that, oh, you don't need it, you're fine, or they try to derail you from the things that you need to do to get you to where you need to go. So be careful who you feed your information and your goals and your dreams with, because people will try to talk you out of it. So anyway, I started getting skin tightening treatments and my skin was getting tighter and everything. And while I was doing it, like I was posting on it on like Instagram to share my journey, and people were just like saying like, oh, you don't even need that, what loose skin, blah, blah, blah. And they saw an image that I was portraying because I knew how to hide it. And they were like, oh, but you don't even need it. And to me, it's like, how would you even know? You don't even know who I am. You just see what it is I post. And I just learned how to hide it, and I just wanted to not even do that and just always be ready. And I didn't want to have to constantly have to wear something that conceals my stomach or something high-waisted. I wanted to be able to do the low-cut things and do stuff like that. That was one thing. Another thing is that when my skin started tightening, I was working with a photographer, and I was like, I want to do lingerie. I want to do, because we were doing high fashion. It was fabulous, beautiful work. But I was like, no, I want to do lingerie, and I want to do things that are like Victoria's Secret because I want to be a Victoria's Secret angel, and I want to get to that point, and I want to do lingerie work, and I want to do like sexy stuff like that. And that photographer was like, well, you can't do that. You're not sexy. You're high fashion. Just work with that. And at that moment, I wish I had a voice to tell them, no, I want to do lingerie. So shoot me doing lingerie. I'm paying you to do this. Because we were collaborating, and we were shooting together, and I just wish that I had that voice at that time. And now I realize, as I was doing this video and I was writing down my notes, and I was realizing that I had to go through that to have a voice and to know what it is I want to do and to stick up for it and not allow anyone to speak into my life. Because there was a point in time when people said I couldn't do high fashion because I was fat. I lost the weight, and then now people are telling me I'm not sexy enough because I don't have boobs and I don't have curves, and I just have like this flat high fashion body. And I was like, well, flat people with no boobs and no butt want to feel sexy too, and they need to see that they can do it too. So I had to go through that, and I had to have that person speak negatively into my life, telling me that I can't do something, in order for me to have a voice, so that I can say that, no, I'm going to do lingerie and you're not going to stop me. So I always, and in the moment I was like, oh, I can't believe that that person said that to me, and I can't believe that you don't believe in me, and like you just want me to be something that I don't really want, in a way. But now I can be like, I'm grateful in a way that that happened, because now it's like, wow, I actually had to go through that in order to gain my voice. So that's really important, to know who your audience is. It's really important to know as to what you want to model and what it is you want to do in this earth and what it is you want to accomplish. And don't ever allow someone to speak into your life because they don't see it for you. Block those people out of your vision. Next one. Number 2 is you need to have strong mental health. Oh my God, you need to know who you are. You need to believe in yourself. You can't allow people who don't book you for a job get you to derail your whole entire mission. You're not going to be for everyone. You need to have mental strength, because people will eat you alive. They will tell you you're not worth it. They will tell you you're fat. They will tell you you're too skinny. They will tell you that you need to work on things. They will tell you that you aren't for this industry. They will tell you you're commercial when you want to be high fashion. They will tell you every single thing, and you can't allow that to derail you into giving up. You need to have tough skin, and you need to be able to not look at the negative and look at the positive and look at the thing that you want to do in this world and to go for it. Because they're not going to be for everyone, and not everyone is going to like you. So you really need to know who you are and have really tough skin and have, great and strong people around you to help you and lift you up and feed into you when other people in the world and the industry are telling you that you're not going to be able to do it, and you're not going to be able to make it, and you're not worth it, and you are not going to do all it is that you're going to do. You're not able to. People will tell you that in your face. People will tell you that in your comments. People will tell you that behind your back and smile in your face. You need to have tough skin, and you need to continue to do it even with opposition around you. It's so important. It's so important. Don't let people's negativity get you down. Continue to fight and continue to pave a way, because there are people who are connected to you who need to hear your voice. And if there's opposition, that means that you are on the right path. Number 3 is that you need to have a plan. You can't just be a pretty face anymore. You need to have a thing that you want to sell. You need to have a plan as to how you plan to sell it. Modeling agencies don't want to just look for a pretty face. They want to look for a brand. They want to see how they can make money off of you, because that's the whole entire thing. They just want to make money. How is it that you're going to make them money so that you can make money? That's why they want to sign you. That's why they are interested in the Instagram followers. That's why they're interested in you having a following. It's so important. When I was younger, when I was going out to agencies and everything like that, when I was heavy into going like every single week, and I was persistent, and I wasn't letting anything down, and I was going to different agencies and different agencies and different agencies trying to find my home in a way. And I remember I went to one agency, and the guy told me, you're better than all these girls that are out there. Now all you need to do is work on your brand, work on your presence. You got the talent, now work on your brand. And he sent me off. And that struck a nerve, because in the moment I didn't have strong mental health. have tough skin. I got really sad in a way because I was like, but you just said that I was good enough and I can model and all this, but I wasn't thinking business wise, and I wasn't thinking how it is they're going to sell me and how it is they're going to navigate so that we can make money together, because you're the model, you're the brand, and they're getting paid off of you. So it's a team. You guys are working together to make money. That's the whole entire thing. It's a business. It's not personal, it's business. You need to have something to offer them so that you can make money together. That's the whole entire thing. And if you don't have a brand, or you don't have a story, if you don't have a goal that you want to do, you're just a waste of time to them, quite frankly. Number 4 is that I've been through this a lot and I've experienced this a lot, so I know this is really hard and this is really heartbreaking, which is why you need to have tough skin. When you're not signed to an agency, a reputable agency, people won't take you seriously. Other models won't take you seriously. Photographers won't take you seriously. Casting directors and designers won't take you seriously because you are not part of an agency. How old was I? 18, 19? There was a point in time where I worked Fashion Week for Sean Ross, and I was a part of his collection, and there was just like big designers and big models and big casting directors there, and stylists and hairstylists, and all the industry people were there, and they were huge. And Sean saw my beauty. He looked beyond me not being signed, and he was like, wow, you're gorgeous, I want you in your show, in my show. So he booked me. I got into the show, and it was great. I met designers and all that, and the models there, they were, you know, trying to get to know each other, and they were like, oh, well, what agency are you with? What agency are you with? And people were like, oh, I'm with Wilhelmina, I'm with IMG, I'm with Elite, I'm with all these other agencies. And when they get to me and I'm like, oh, I'm not signed, and they're just like, oh, and then they kind of like shoot me off in a way, like, oh, you're not one of us. So it's kind of like a sorority type in a way, and it's really disheartening, because it's like, but what does me being signed have to do with anything? Like, I'm still talented, I still can model, like, I still am doing what you guys are doing. Why can't you put me into your group? And it's because they don't take you seriously. And I remember there was a Fashion Week party that a designer invited me to, and Sean Ross was there, and him and I, we were like, oh, hey, how are you, giving hugs and kisses, like getting like to the update on like how you were and all that. And we were like all friendly and everything, and the people he was with were friendly, like, hello, because, you know, friendly by association. And he led me towards like other like casting directors and designers and industry people, and he like kind of like drifted off and like left me in to talk to and mingle, to like kind of like network. And I remember this lady was like, oh, you're gorgeous, oh my goodness gracious, what agency are you with? And I was like, oh, I'm not signed, I'm freelancing, I'm not signed. And she just looked at me, she was like, oh, and she kind of like drifted off. She was like, oh, okay, well, it was great seeing you, have a great night. And I was like, but why did the conversation end? Like, I was so, because I was young, I didn't know anything, and I was just lost. And I was like, but wait, like, why don't you want to talk to me anymore? Like, I don't see why this conversation ended. And it was because they don't take you seriously, unfortunately, and it sucks. Number 5 is self-care is so important. You need to sleep, you need exercise, you need to meditate, you need to just have self-care, manicures, pedicures, massages, going to church, for me, praying. You know, you just need that time by yourself to heal yourself and to just get all the stresses from the world and the industry, and just focus on you, and just uplifting yourself and making yourself feel great. Because between the workouts that you need to do and staying in shape, and these stupid people speaking into your life, all this negativity and just doubting you, and just especially with like all the hair, the heat that they're putting in their hair, deep conditioning treatments and all this makeup that they're putting on your face, do facials and everything, and these terrible shoes that they put on your feet. Get pedicures, massage your feet. Make sure that you're wearing corn wraps on your toes when you put these shoes on, so that you don't get corns. Or if you have a bunion or a corn and it hurts you when you put these shoes on, you need to have like that guard to protect it so it doesn't hurt. Because your body is how you get paid. You're basically designers' mannequins, and these corporations' mannequins, and you just really need to take care of it, not for them but for you, because it's terrible when you're like sore after a workout because you need to have a specific size and do cryology, or if your hair is just messed up because of all this heat that you're putting on your hair that for shoots and shows, deep conditioning treatments, constant trims, and get a wig and just use that when you're not working, or use that for the shoots. Get a really good quality wig so that you're not damaging your hair. Manicures and pedicures, constantly have like your cuticles aligned and beautiful and not like those raggedy. Get your feet, make sure those calluses are scraped off. Massages, because you are going to be tense and you're going to be tight and you're not going to be able to move fluidly to do a runway or do poses. And you just need to self-care and sleep, because you get bloated when you're sleeping. You retain water when you're not sleeping. You get puffy and you get irritated, and you're not yourself when you're not sleeping. So sleep and everything else is so important. And drink your water. Please drink your water. Number 6 is to have a voice. Like I said, and this is a piggyback, have a voice. Don't allow anyone to speak into your life. And especially when it comes to when you're going out for agencies and trying to see which agency is for you, have a voice when they say you're not for us, or you're too commercial. Ask, what does that mean? Or ask, why aren't you good enough for their roster? Just ask. Have a voice. Don't just be okay, timid, and then go eat Oreos and eat your feelings because they said that you're not what they're looking for. You need to understand that this is a business, and they have to sell you to these clients to be their mannequin. And it could be because you don't have a following, which a lot of the case was my issue, or it could be that you need to work on your poses, or you need to lose a little bit of weight, or you need to tone up, or you just need to work on your presence or your personality and how you connect with people, and you need to work on your whole entire look. That all comes in hand, and it's so important. And if you are trying to get into an agency, try going to a mother agency first, so they can get you ready to go out to agencies. That's really important. But always have a voice and always speak up, and never allow someone to say something negative and then you not have a defense. Just stick up for yourself, have a voice, and always ask questions. Never stop learning. Always ask questions. And this is a piggyback for having a voice. Like I said, always ask questions. It is always okay to ask questions. If you're not asking questions, you're not growing, you're not learning, you're not anything. You're just going to be stagnant, and you're not going to get these tips in order to get you to where you ultimately want to be. And also, you need to have discernment, and you need to know if it is constructive criticism or if they are trying to depict a image of beauty that they see and they want you to fit that mold. Have discernment and know the difference. But always ask questions, because if you're not asking questions, you're not growing. Number 8 is to always be prepared. Always be prepared with things in your bag. Always have a nude underwear in your bag, or wear a nude underwear or a nude bra. Always carry that in your bag. Always have a comp card, because you never know who you're going to meet. Always have the thought in your mind that you could get a possible shoot in the next 5 minutes, and you need to cut everything off for the rest of the day and go to that shoot. You need to be prepared to not have a social life, and you need to be prepared to go to a fitting at 3 a.m. You need to always be prepared, and need to always not be caught slipping, because this industry is very last minute, and you need to have a leeway into everything, and it's hard to have a balance between your career and your social life. It's so hard, especially if you're a student and you're trying to get your career to have a backbone in this industry. And because not everyone makes it like a Naomi Campbell or an Iman or a Cindy Crawford or a Giselle. Not everybody makes it like that. So you kind of need to have like a backbone in order to live past your prime. So it's crazy when you're trying to grow yourself and try to have a social life and still maintain being a model. It's a hard balance, and I'm still learning how to do that. And it's very last minute. Oh my gosh, it's very last minute, and you need to always be on your toes. And if people who are connected to you can't understand that, then they shouldn't be around you. There's a time and a place for everything. If something happened 5 minutes before your call time, you need to have a poker face. Say hello, how are you doing? You know, have that poker face, and then be like, oh, I gotta go to the bathroom really quick. Go to the bathroom, deal with your issues. This is terrible, but unfortunately, people in this industry, it's very rare if you find someone who actually genuinely cares about how you're feeling. They don't care at all. So it's just so terrible, and I'm really trying to break the mold, and I'm really trying to help others, because people are going through issues that you have no idea at all. And I really want to change that mold and really genuinely ask people how they're doing, and I'm really trying to feed into these people so that they can grow and that they can have a shoulder to cry on. And you need to have a poker face. You need to know who it is you can speak to, and when it is time to not say anything at all and just hold everything in. And when the job is done, just let it all out. But if something happens like that, just, like I said, go to the bathroom and just cry in the stall, or just do something, or just take a break and not show what you're feeling on set. And not have that negative energy, or you're moping around, or you're tired. Don't be like, oh, I'm just so tired. Oh, don't be that person. Don't mope around because you're depressed, or don't mope around because you didn't get the gig from last night's casting, or you didn't book a really big thing that you wanted to do. Don't show that negativity, and know what's for you is for you, and you will get it. And know just to stay positive and be that positive energy that is needed on set, because positive energy attracts positive energy, and when you have positive energy, magic is created. So keep all your issues at home. And then the last one is to carry things to preserve your feet. It's kind of like a piggyback towards self-care, and this is really important because your feet are everything. Runway, walking, like you doing your everyday task, your feet are everything. Carry corn wraps, and those are the little things. These are little corn wraps. They're just like a little wrap. It's a little bent because that's the back side, but this is like a little, it's like a little wrap that you wrap on your toes to preserve your feet and not get friction when you wear shoes. So let me see. So pretend this is your toe, and then this is the corn wrap, putting that barrier with the shoe so that you're not getting any corns, or if you have a corn, it's not going to get a bigger corn, or not going to disrupt it and make it painful. And if you have a bunion, I'm sure that there's like the bunion covers to avoid friction and everything. Just take care of your feet. Get regular pedicures, scrape the callus off. Just your feet are everything, and you don't want to damage your feet. I learned the hard way. But yes, those are 10 tips that I wish I knew before becoming a model. If this video has helped you, please subscribe. Please share the video, like, comment. What else do you want me to talk about? What is it that you want me to make content for? Let me know so that I can grow this channel. Help me grow this channel and help me reach other people. Thank you guys again for watching this video. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.